Hello there and welcome. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, depending on where we have the pleasure in joining you with. Hey, so we are back from an exciting time at the OnePlan Empower 2025 conference. It was great. We were out at Las Vegas. We brought our entire crew there. It was wonderful. It was a great time to meet up with clients, prospects, the OnePlan team, as well as a bunch of our clients. Wanted to just do a really quick recap. I'm sure there's some more things that are floating out there on the internet or maybe some blog posts that are out there, but I just wanted to do a real quick recap from the perspectives that we saw. But before we do that, like we always do, we wanted to make sure that you're aware of some of our upcoming webinars that are here. There's going to be some exciting ones on OnePlan as well, so coming in next week, we're going to be talking about project management with the tool set, really looking at resource management, and then we're going to get into AI and then agile as well as hybrid, sort of the blend that everyone's been talking about, but from a tool and process perspective. So make sure you note those down. You can go to our site at ppmworks.com/events for all the latest and updated events that are there. If you are joining in a recording and you've had missed these, no problem. Go back onto our YouTube site and they'll be there from an on-demand perspective. So it was a fantastic time, like I said, out in Las Vegas. The stars were out, the lights were out, and the excitement in and around the tool and what's coming new was great. We really wanted to thank all our partners over at OnePlan for having us there as the premier OnePlan partner. And if you have any questions additionally on that, just let me know. And you can reach out to us at info@ppmworks. That's info@ppmworks.com. And I'll put that in the chat so everybody can see that as well. So what are we going to talk about? We already mentioned that there are some key points that clients made that are out there. So we wanted to sort of recap that and what we heard. Also going to start us with some new areas that OnePlan's focus on, both immediate and long term. And then what are the attendee takeaways? We were able to talk to over 75 attendees, which was great. We had little breakout sessions ourselves, and we just sort of polled them, over the different events or lunch or any breaks, and just sort of took and figured out what their key takeaways were as well. So starting off, the team did a great job during kickoff, got on there and got everybody excited, and really started to dive into not only the roadmap that's out there, but also some of the key features that are in. So, from a perspective of the first one being associations feature, you'll have better visibility across associated projects. You look at a product lens if you have that, if you're trying to do hierarchy there. So really, it's going to focus in on more of the associations across those different plans, what we call projects, the project leading into a product or portfolio, and then all the way up into your other categories there. So a really nice lens that you have. The other area was that some of you may already use because it's out there is edit the areas. So there's going to be capability that you can select the views and the controls and plan types there in and around the area. So if you haven't used areas with OnePlan, either reach out to us, we can help you out there, or do a little search, because areas is currently being February of 2025. It's already out there, and this next release towards the end of February, the week of February 14th. So February 14th, you'll get another release here, and they're going to have some of these. You can edit from within the area, and then within also the plan type is what they're trying to do. Next is the model flexibility with the new reporting. So there's a couple different things there. With modeler, that should say modeler flexibility, you'll be able to really come in there and focus in on the modeler itself. So before you could do scenarios and do different what-if scenarios, that's still there, but it's going to give you a little bit more added capability there. Now that's going to start with something very small, and that is on the roadmap to continue. And at the end here, I'm going to put in the OnePlan roadmap so we can go ahead and take a look at that. And there's a URL for that so folks can go out and get the roadmap. And that was another announcement that they made. So now they have a public roadmap, which is very exciting to come. Let's see, a couple others here. Portfolio views, they're going to be more interactive now. The team, you can really take these interactive views. And what our challenge is to our clients and to our organization is, do these new interactive views, do they replace reports? Or do we still need some of those reports? Now, we understand that dashboards is another key area with OnePlan. So the big two words here is more real-time reporting. As you know, if you're using Power BI or another reporting source out there, there is that time that it's going to reflect and really upload the data when you click on there, or refresh the data depending on what tool set you're using. And for some organizations, that's great. It refreshes 8 or 10 times a day, whatever you have. Other folks need more real time. So there's going to be a concerted effort into that as well. Now, also they talk about different tabs on the dashboards. So that's something to be looking for as you come through. Workflow automation. So now you can build your own workflow within your project. Maybe one example that we had or heard about was you can create a notification and send out approval notifications and automate field updates so that complete. There are pieces of within this tool now that you can do, but really connecting those, right? So you have a notification it's sent out, someone could say, yep, I approve it. And then based on that approval, it can go back to the actual field within that project, program, or portfolio and go ahead and update it. So take a look at more workflow. The next two are really around AI and Sophia. There's going to be a huge point of adding additional capabilities in and around AI. So help with adding text to the different plans, help for looking across your different plans and really seeing that. And that goes into the next point, which is really insights. So having actionable insights that are out there. Today, there are some insights which are great, and it's really more of a push of information where you could see the plans that you're working on, or see plans that are really in jeopardy. Now you'll be able to click in those with hyperlinks and some other insights that are there. So rather than just seeing it and then have to go to the tool in another area, right within that insight view, you'll be able to have a hyperlink, click on it, it will direct you directly to that area that you need to look at. So that's pretty darn cool. The whole complete portfolio user experience is a big push. They're going to be working with clients and partners really to enhance the UI and the UX. So how is this engaging? Does it feel fresh? Can you drag and drop? What if I want to right click in this area? Really making it consistent across every page. So you have that user interface and that look and feel. Now that's a big area of investment for OnePlan, and one that we're very excited to see. We were able to meet some of the new hires in this area on the team, and we're looking forward to seeing the advances that they made. We know there's some low-hanging fruit that they're going to be able to pop out for all of us to grasp onto, and there's also the more long-term, structuring of the solution as well. Now, from a work planning area, there were several that were mentioned by Matt and team, talking and expanding how the local work fields work, looking at the plan types that are out there, and really getting into now maybe by default you can have test cases or requirements that are out there. So all these different areas that you might want to build within your project before you even get to the schedule, that would be a really good use of the work types there. Work plan views as well. So there's a big ask around calendar improvements, and those will be coming out, as well as a scheduler viewer. Now, for some of us that have been around for a while, like PPM Works, We actually knew about that schedule, and that was a really cool tool. They're sort of bringing, or the goal is for OnePlan to bring that back, and that's what was announced. So that's pretty darn exciting for those that knew it. If you didn't, think of this as an area where you can sort of move things from a task up to somebody else, right? And you can start dragging and dropping some different things. It will be interesting to see if it is at the project and task level or more if it's at a resource usage level, but there's going to be some enhancements there, which we're looking forward to. Status notifications, always, everybody wants to have better harness those notifications, be able to update, change, make them unique for maybe a persona. We'll see what's coming there. We look forward to hearing all that. Sophia, again, is wrapped into everything that's there. The next area is the work plan. We talked about the UI, but they actually had mock-ups there. So there was a more modern experience that you could actually go in there with different formatting, the ease to copy and paste from different Microsoft tools. And it really looked good. And for some of our clients that were there, they really got their hands on, said, this is pretty cool. We like where it's going. Definitely was just a mock-up, if you will, to try to get some feedback from the people that were there. And boy, did they get some feedback. We walked by that area. There were sticky tabs all over the place with a lot of recommendations from both partners and clients that were out there. The resource planning area, now it's easier. The goal is it's easier to build out those resource plans. You could leverage Sophia to do that. You can adjust the different thresholds. That was a huge request, not only for our clients, but we heard at the conference that others were keen on hearing that. The resource allocation replacement, that entire experience is going to be looked at and updated. Looking at some world-class tools that are out there and doing some comparison, trying to make that entire experience from the replacement a lot easier. There's always been a pull, and I take my hands like pull in the way to have Excel-like features. We heard from the product team that, listen, everybody likes Excel. We're always comparing ourselves to Excel. So can we build that Excel-like feeling and experience directly within OnePlan? And that is on the roadmap and the new capabilities that's coming out. They're going to start in maybe a specific area, get some feedback, see how that works. And then if that grid-like format works, they'll propagate that across the entire tool set. So that's going to be really interesting and fun to see. Now, the other area here is in and around financial planning. So for folks that do financial plans, this is a big piece of the tool. If you don't do that, that's okay. You can get in there and just do some basic budget tracking and things like that. For those that really get down to the levels, there are going to be some major enhancements. This is a huge development focus of OnePlan is to build the financial area out. It was very good at a top level. Now they're going to start building into lower sections, taking a look particularly on forecasting your budgets and managing those different pieces within the financial tool. And wouldn't it be great if that could have the Excel-like features that were just discussed? CapEx versus OpEx in the financial area, definitely a huge area for us. We do this with our clients, I'd say, on every client across the different plan types that we're talking about, who can see, right, and have access. So the goal is to have a more configurable experience. And, dare we stretch them to say configurable by, and then fill in the blank. For now, it might just be a configurable experience at the high level for financial planning. Then wouldn't it be great to get down from the plan or the tasks, right? And really into the financial planner. Also, the relationship. So if you're in the plan, you should be able to, very quickly get to the financial area, and vice versa. If you're in a task, you should be able to click and see some of those details versus having to go into the financial area itself. So another little breakout and little granularity there with the financial area. Last is that they mentioned were they have Zapier, but also the Power Automate. So we've been pushing Power Automate to all of our clients from day one. It's a great way for you folks to create workflow, to embed or enhance different tools that are out there. Now, while One Connect is very good for a lot of organizations out there for integrating, our lead integrating tool is Microsoft Power Platform. We make it specific to you. It's direct. It's yours to keep on your tenant. So being able to enhance and really lead with that Power Platform, that's great. Wow, now that was a lot, and I know that took almost half of the session here just on the new capabilities, but that was exciting. That's what we wanted to hear, and there is a roadmap out there. It is oneplan.ai/roadmap, and that's what you can go off and take a look at. If we have time, I will show that to you. Now, what we heard from were three clients out there, and we wanted to highlight three of those clients. The first was BD. And they got on, this is a large organization, talk about medical device and pharma across the board, but more med device and bioscience, life science. And what they came in and they had a goal of rolling this out across their entire R&D. They shared their experience, and really the next three slides are what they went into. So key steps, success factors. They did a great job on, talking about leveraging a premier partner like us, OnePlan, and doing a OnePlan partner with PPM Works. We have key accomplishments, and then you can actually grab this information. I thought this was great. They did an amazing job. Some of the key steps to getting started were, hey, know your audience, right? So you need to get the funding. You need to understand what resources can beyond this or what you have access to. Select what we mentioned, that key partner. Hopefully you lean in on us and ask us to help you. That's going to bring you the breadth of the entire solution. IT participation, yes, you do need that for additional access, but really with a partner, they're going to take on and really guide you through the configuration side. And then your ongoing support model. This is key. You're really going to need that because the tool is only successful as the people using it and adopting. Now, there's a lot on this, but there's some key areas, key factors that I thought were really great is for each one of these key success factors, they actually went into a benefit that helped them out. So let's take the first one, revenue, really grow that, right, revenue. And they had targets to do that. Well, they can use OnePlan data to really access the revenue and growth targets that they had and progress forward towards those. So they provided clear insights to this organization, in both financial performance, but also it helped their strategic decision making along the process. And as they went through, they looked for monitoring goals and they had a direct benefit there. We wanted to share these with you because these were real life examples, and you might say, hey, maybe we need these when we take a look at all of our projects, but particularly within if you're rolling out OnePlan to other groups, or if you're just starting this process yourself. This was key, and Jennifer talked about this, which was, selecting a partner, a tool agnostic partner, one that sees the big picture. They're problem solvers, right? And their pure desire here at PPM Works, our pure desire is to help you, right, overcome your challenges. We were very honored and that we were selected by BD to be their partner, and we've grown this organization. And you'll see that in the key accomplishments. Now, takeaways from this is, and I'm going to go through we'll go through a few of these, but you need to make it a sense of urgency. Why are we doing this? Why should organizations join this? Especially, this was talking about user adoption across your entire organization here. You need to figure out what the goals are, make sure those align fundamentally, and we're funded, okay? The governance that you establish, and that's a big word, it doesn't have to be overwhelming, but what are we establishing? What are we doing? And what are the ground rules there? You need to take leaders that are going to drive this for you and are going to be advocates. They're going to test you as well, but we're on a team here, and those leaders and those folks, they should be the voice of change. in each organization. Rather than corporate coming in and saying, hey, we need to do this, have the folks that are driving it, that are paying for the budget, that are working with the resources, they need to be the leaders and the voice that people are hearing. You need to help out where you can, but know that you're not going to be able to help out every group that wants to roll out, and that's okay. Let people roll out when they want, but also focus in on those folks that are going to give you the attention, that have all those things that we just mentioned. And last is to showcase and really celebrate those successes. Get them out there in front of people and do that. For BD, there were massive amounts. They got close to 8,500 resources in the system. They're going to be up to almost 3,000 users here that are rolling out, saving time across 3,000 user. Even if it's 2 to 3 hours a week, you can do the math. That's a full-time resource. The time and the money adds up. They were able to align all their new product development within here. They were able to use the tool for annual planning. These are just some key accomplishments that they did. And it was an amazing presentation that Jennifer did. We also heard from Enza Zayden, and they do some great stuff. They're all about, and it's a pretty ambitious goal, that what they try to do, and their goal is to grant people everywhere, so you, me, everywhere we are across the world, healthy access to healthy and a variety of different vegetables. I'm a big vegetable fan. I'm a pescatarian. This is right up my alley with where we're going, but also to bring that and be affordable across the masses. The goal is really to change world hunger and eliminate that. This was a really fun presentation as well. And the three key takeaways that we got from this was, number one, seamless migration tool and consolidation. So in this case, Enza was using OnePlan to do that. They brought things from the legacy system. We mentioned you can get Excel or PowerPoint and get all that in to a Microsoft-based solution, meaning OnePlan, you're worlds ahead. Also, the idea, getting your idea quickly and gathering all that information into a project format and process. So start that life cycle, get the data in, streamline it so you can be more efficient to get that executed project done. And then lastly, for them, they really need to show that all capabilities, all personas were within this tool. And really, there was a lot of disconnected, missing pieces in the organization. They were able to pull that through. So it's a heavy user-first solution there. And it was a great presentation. Next was from one of the two children's hospitals that were there. Children's of Atlanta did a presentation, and also Children's of Dallas were there and had very similar things to say and with their rollout. The first thing is to streamline the project intake. So what they needed to do is they had all this, these projects coming in, and they really need to optimize what was coming in and how to do that. So how could they first see it? How could they quantify it? And then, prioritize. And how did they align towards the strategy of the hospitals themselves? The next was, which we're all challenged with here, right, is to understand resource management. And they took it a step further to do resource negotiation and optimization. So they were able to do really sophisticated resource swapping out, because they were able to get in and see what resources were there, what projects they were asked to be, what was coming down the pipeline, and really what their specific skills were. So then they could talk about and see the allocation and the utilization, and really bring an entire efficient process in and around this resourcing aspect that they needed to grab a handle on. And if that doesn't ring true on any organization, I'm not sure what does. So again, reach out to us. We can help you with this journey as well. Last was getting everybody, okay, aligned in this strategic process and this overhaul, and really being able to pull everybody into here to have one simple solution across the board. Now, all of this goes, and everybody we talked about was you need to get your ducks in a row and make sure that before you start the project, you have a support model that's already established. You know who you're going to lean on, whether that's internal resources. Do you have enough resources? Uh, who who are you leaning on during the project? Who do you have a dedicated staff or maybe a part-time staff for the future and really being able to support this tool ongoing? Think about your ticket processing. How is that going to go? Does it go directly into your ITSM solution now, or do you need to leverage a partner to actually do that and manage all those tickets? And that's something that we do as well. Access to knowledge base, another key advantage of having that support model and that support partner. And then how are you going to manage these licenses? Do you want to keep manage those internal? How's that invoicing? Or do you want to leverage all that out and send it out to an organization? For us, how do we do this? We support our clients across all this. And these are some of the things that we do. We provide a tracker so they can see all their tickets, not only a license tracker, and we give them access to a knowledge base. This is actually free if you want to go out there and look on us, support.ppmworks.com. You can go ahead and get started. But I mean, for one of our clients, they had 1,000 tickets in over, a little over the first year. That was from 250 users. That's 1,000 tickets. I'll just remind you again. Are you set up for that? Right? And do you have the experience to resolve all those? Now, I had a good time. Sorry, we were just going at a mile a minute here. It was really exciting being able to meet everybody, and I wanted to take back and really leverage our team to say, hey, what did we learn about this, and what did we hear from the attendees who are out there? If you didn't get a chance, right, to join yet, make sure you log on to our site, which is the YouTube site and PPM Works, and you can subscribe. You'll see this and a bunch of other recordings that are out there as well. If you were looking to get involved, how can you get started? Send something off to info@ppmworks.com. We do workshops both on OnePlan across the Microsoft suite as well. If you're interested in that support model that we talked about, again, let us know and we can be there to help you. We're always asking to get connected, so go ahead and link in with me. You can use that URL, that little QR code there, and sync into me, or you can also reach out to us at any time at info@ppmworks.com. Folks, that's all we have for today. I know that was a lot coming at you, but we are really excited for what OnePlan has in store, what's on the roadmap, and again, for any additional meetups that we can have with the organizations, the clients, the customers that are out there, and the OnePlan team. Thank you on behalf of PPM Works to that amazing OnePlan staff. We had such a great time out there, and we look forward to the next. Folks, again, reach out to us at info@ppmworks if you have any questions. Have a great day and enjoy.